don't know, recording, might as well go ahead and let it be out. This is Bishop and Steel. We connected, you know what I'm saying? Back again with a vengeance. BKC, you know what I'm saying? Ever dying. You know what I'm saying? Long live TT. But mentioning classics, bro. Like, classics been on my mind a lot lately, bro. I feel like we've had this discussion in the past, and classics is a word, especially in hip hop, that gets tossed around so loosely, right? And I think there's a difference between classics, critically acclaimed classics, and cult classics, and just like your favorites. You know what I'm saying? I think people think their favorites are all classics. And I'm guilty of that as some regards, but I do stand on certain things being classics because of how they define the time and just hip hop and culture. Do you think it's possible to be listed top 50, whatever, however you want to do the whole ranking of greatness, and have less than two classics? Is there somebody you think that has less than two classics?
You said less than two classics?
Yeah, it's just one classic.
You telling me to name a artist that has one classic?
Because like this for me, right? So I know this is a name that always get brought up, especially in the Good and the Hood pod when I was smoother. Like Mace. Right? Person I bring up all the time. It's always brought up to me. And I feel like Mace, and I feel bad saying this also, but rest in peace to Big Pun and Big L, but I feel like they also have what's called classics, but I feel like they're also very, I want to say they're cult classics kind of. They don't really, I wouldn't consider these like gravitating like these are stamped. Everyone must hear these classics. I love Capital Punishment. I love Lifestyles of Poor and Dangerous. Harlem World, I never felt Harlem World. So for me, I can't. I need for you to say it's a classic. I really need to hear how it's a classic.
Harlem World is a classic, bro. But I guess that's where we get into the ageism talk.
Exactly.
Where you would have to have been out. That don't make it a cult classic.
You have to be outside. Like I feel like there's certain projects you have to be alive for to feel the impact of it. And I feel like if it's a classic, you don't have to be alive to feel the impact of it. That's what I kind of mean by that. Like, when I think of like,
I understand what you said because I wasn't alive for Marvin Gaye. What's going on? But
you know I wasn't around. I wasn't around for. I mean, I was alive, but I wasn't really. I was 2 years old.
Yeah, you got a good point, Juice.
When the Chronic dropped, I was 1 year old when Chronic dropped. But I know nothing but a G thing front to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you see Clark? Did you see DJ Clark Kent say the Chronic wasn't a classic?
It's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Because like, of RBX, because of an RBX verse, which at the time I thought was dope, and I feel like Clark Kent. I get it. He's so stepped in hip hop, but you're speaking with it from an East Coast perspective. Your criteria of what a classic is.
Yeah, fact.
But
and also, like,
you can't say that when the world know the Chronic is a classic. General consensus says the Chronic is a classic.
About a month ago, I think on Joe Budden podcast, Ice brought up like how Doggy Style is better than the Chronic, and they went through the track list.
I agree.
And like when you hear the Chronic track list, you hear the songs. A lot of those songs are skippable in 2023. Fine. The impact of the Chronic, there is no Doggy Style about the Chronic. There's no Doggy Style about the Chronic. So with that, like that's just the end all be all. Like when I look at the Chronic, maybe it has a bunch of skips. It still has nothing but a G thing. It still has
the Chronic is still the Chronic, man.
You know what I'm saying? It still has some crazy records on there that are just timeless. Like the cover art of the Chronic is T-shirts, posters everywhere. Like I don't care.
Cover art of the Chronic is you don't think about weed without it.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's just it.
It's stamped. Like it's a certain like Harlem World. I feel like it's classic in the sense of.
I guess you could say Harlem World is a. I don't know. No, Harlem World is a classic. It's not a cult classic. I was there for that. Like okay, I was there for that. Harlem World is a classic, man.
Okay, then how about Lifestyles of Poor and Dangerous? Is that a classic?
I think that's a. See, I think there's classic when it comes to hip hop. I think there's classics on different levels, like you said, cult. Okay. But I think there's like street classics. There's like, you know what I'm saying, where this might not have been a classic in hip hop, but in the streets, this is a like for example, people don't think Adrenaline Rush by Twista is a classic. In the streets, when that came out that summer, you couldn't tell me, like, you see what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
You have the cult classic shit, like Lord Tariq and Peter Guns. Nobody really knows about the album, but everybody know that joint. That's a classic joint.
Yep,
So
Black Moon.
When you breaking down classics, it's so many different levels of it, I guess. And I think that
like for me, like
there's the general consensus undenying classics. And that's what I say. I don't think I can't even tell you that we've had one of those since Get Rich or Die Trying.
The last classic you think we had?
The last, like the one that you're explaining,
there's been something.
I would say that
Good Kid, Mad City.
I would say that. Hold on, I would say Get Rich or Die Trying. I personally think Good Kid, Mad City is a classic. I don't know if the rest of the world view it that way.
I think they would. Good Kid, Mad City was huge.
I said Get Rich or Die Trying, but
I think Kanye has a few.
Maybe
I'm pretty sure Ye got a few.
Maybe My Dark Twisted Fantasy, maybe.
Probably Dropout ain't a classic.
Yeah, it is, but that's the same year, right?
Yeah,
that's the same year.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that
I mean, Black Album the same year.
I'm saying classic in the
sense of,
I think these albums are classics, but I'm talking about in the sense that what you're talking about,
like
how kids that weren't born when it came out and recognize it being a classic.
Yeah,
I don't think we have any of those outside of maybe Dropout and Get Rich or Die Trying. Because
as far as all the kids knowing their kids going back to it, because I feel you kids ain't really. I don't think
they might not go back to Twisted Fantasy or 808. And not everybody sound like 808 or Heartbreak, so they might not go back to that.
You don't think Drake has one?
No. As much as I love Drake, I don't think he has one of those yet.
I feel like Drake
has a bunch of. Bro. I think Drake has a bunch of those. I think Drake has a bunch of anthems like that.
I thought about it for recently, right? I feel
Drake don't have a full body of work like that.
Though. I feel like, and that's how I feel about Luther Vandross, right? Luther Vandross has so many amazing. Like Luther Vandross is my favorite singer ever. Like Luther Vandross has amazing songs on top of amazing songs. Name me a Luther Vandross album you just going to though.
I didn't see you coming that way.
Because I was thinking, because you mentioned Marvin Gaye earlier. You mentioned what's going on. Like you weren't alive for that. I'm like, Joe, when I think about this, Luther Vandross has no classic albums, Joe. You hear about Stevie's song, a song to kill life. You hear about Mike, I'm saying Thriller and Bad and Prince. Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father, is the only album I can think of. And that album, boy, rest in peace, Luther Vandross. That album was wild.
Man, look,
I took Big out with that.
You know what?
He wasn't ready for the curveball.
I didn't see that coming. I'm out of. I think that's a little bit. I'm gonna ask my aunt or something.
No, but I remember being a kid. My mom would she had Luther Vandross mixtape, like mixed CDs, and she wouldn't have it wouldn't be like a full album Luther Vandross joints. They all you go through Luther Vandross.
Luther Vandross mixtape is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Bro. The greatest hits. She always has the greatest hits of Luther Vandross. Like she always she'll have them or like a concert or some shit recorded.
I mean, I guess when you look at it in that sense, I've never heard I'm getting to a point, think about a definitive Luther Vandross album.
I'm getting to a point, right, with Drake. Like I'm starting to think, bro.
Drake is new Luther Vandross?
No, I like that, but I feel like Drake is one of those like all timers, yo. I feel like I'm starting to just finally just give into it. Like he might be like what Jay and Big and what these niggas were. Drake is that, bro. Like he's there.
He is that. He is that for sure.
But I was fighting for a while. I was fighting for a long time.
Drake is new Luther Vandross is hilarious.
Yeah, Drake is Luther. I mean, it fits. It balls.
No, the way that fool song came around. Oh shit! I didn't see that coming.
Did you we weren't live or what's going on? Like, what's going on? Everyone knows.
Yeah, because we don't hear them talk about a definitive Luther Vandross album. No, we know he got joint. He'll joint you out the room, and we know he can sing his ass off. So I don't know.
What's the album? Like, what's the
I'm gonna call one of my aunts and ask them if Luther got a classic album. We're gonna revisit that.
And the reason why I thought about it, right, I listen to music a lot, especially Apple Music and Spotify, and I go listen to Luther Vandross. I gotta go through every single album to find the hit.
You just gotta put it on a playlist.
I gotta
put it on stuff and let Luther run.
The essentials, like
you can't just. Hey man, you might be right. I'm not I'm not gonna definitively say that because I'm not.
We too young for that.
I wasn't outside.
Exactly.
I wasn't outside, so
like, I can name Stevie albums, Marvin albums, Anita Baker albums, but Luther can't give you Luther Vandross. Dance with My Father, the only album I can think of, top of my head. That's because I was alive.
I'm supposed to be bishop. You and your bishop shit today.
Calling Drake Luther. Hey,
that's correct, but that's still respectable.
Hell
he
yeah.
is in the class with Hove, and he's him, Kendrick, that monster, that three-headed monster, him, Kendrick, Cole, they're ascending into.
Hey, mentioning Cole, hey, Benny the Butcher ain't been the same since, boy.
Man, you gotta stop.
I heard that song this morning. I heard Johnny
stop.
P's Caddy this morning. I said, yo, Benny ain't been the same since this man smoked his ass on this song.
He ain't even pushed it out since. You can't. Man, stop.
He put Benny out of.
Stop, man. Stop.
He came in and said, when dad was born.
That's that Freddie Gibbs bias in you. You want him to look as bad as your man's look. That's all it is.
No, I want Freddie and Benny to come back together so bad, bro, because they got records.
The way it's looking, it seems as if it's a possibility. He's on Mass Podcast this week, or he's probably a few weeks ago, but I'm behind on all that shit.
Yeah,
but I seen him speak on it a little bit. He said ain't no beef no more. I've seen Conway say that he want to mend it. I don't know. I just wish your man.
They too grown be fighting.
I wish your man would stop doing goofy shit right now. Him and Gilly are the top two deuce of hip hop this year to me.
Hey, what Gilly be on, man? Gilly could just be.
I've been talking about Gilly on Twitter all week, and I hope it because
Charlamagne did too, though. Charlamagne did too. Like, why y'all so mad at this list?
I'm not going to understand how I feel about Charlamagne.
I've never seen people take complex lists seriously, Joe. Why are y'all taking complex lists serious? It's complex.
Any of these, if we made a list right now and went viral, them niggas would be arguing about
it. I swear to God.
Me, with them being wealthy, rich, whatever they are, if that shit make you niggas ain't as secure as y'all say y'all are.
Like you're both you won. All right, Joe number one, but you can like not knocking Joe Budden, but like you can tell there's a play there. I can like just if you watch closely.
He did some business with Complex.
He did some business. He did a whole video interview about being
I still ain't watched that. Like he did some business with them guys.
Like come
on, whatever.
What are y'all talking? Like literally, and for Charlamagne to be mad about it is crazy because Charlamagne literally. iHeart does a podcast award every year, and Charlamagne wins. It's on iHeart.
Right.
Breakfast Club is not a podcast. How you win best podcast of the year every year?
Isn't Charlamagne's network through iHeart?
Yeah, everything he does is iHeart.
And that's why I said I will have a deeper conversation about Charlamagne at a later date because I got my own, and I fuck with Charlamagne. I probably got one of his books laying around here somewhere right now, but. I see things, man. We ain't blind, Charlotte. We see your we see what you're doing. We might not know what you're doing.
Mention Charlamagne. You see Rick Ross going on MV. Hey, Rick Ross, my favorite nigga on the internet.
Hey, that's my entertainment of the week. I've been all week long. I've been walking around my house going, I can't fuck with beige boys. I can't fuck with beige boys. Because the way he's saying that beige boy shit is so hilarious. And DJ Envy. Because
Envy got so bad, bro.
Envy is the most emotional human being to ever live. I don't care what nobody say.
He said don't have a heart attack. He said hypertension. Like, what you on, Envy? You that bad?
That's one thing I can address right now. DJ Envy is the most emotional man to ever walk this earth. I don't give a fuck. He can't even play without. He can't even roast. And go back and forth in jokes without looking like he about to cry.
I swear to God.
Like, I don't know. You know what? I don't want to say nothing disrespectful about that man's wife, but I don't understand I don't understand what kind of woman want a nigga that emotional. I don't understand. Maybe that's beyond my pay grade.
He seems like a smart brother. I'm saying he's
very intelligent.
He's a legend through the DJ Rams, but man, I'm talking about you mention his name, he's gonna cry, boy. Every time. Jesus and Mero, didn't he ban Rory from the Breakfast Club for saying some like half-ass joke? Like, bro, what you doing?
That's what's circulating. I don't know how.
What's wrong with how you gonna ban Rory from the Breakfast Club? Why is he even going to the Breakfast Club?
And from what seems to be known, Envy will pull up on niggas and get it popping. And that's not the type of, as a man, he might really be about his shit. But nigga is still, he probably one of them dudes. You remember them dudes that if you got into a fight at elementary, middle school, you fight the niggas and they got tears in their eyes?
Yeah. Lips start shivering.
I get it. I was that way. I think that I'm very in touch with my feminine energy. But
I'm a sensitive as hell too, but at the same time, I gotta have thick skin about some shit.
Especially in that industry.
Like, come on. He made fun of your car show, bro. It's a car show.
It started off as a car show. I thought this was like a troll war where it was gonna be fun. And Envy
went left.
That was Envy's version of doing the same thing Rick Ross was doing.
He was like, "Don't have a heart attack, hypertension." Like, what you talking about, bro?
And he had to go personal and then make up fake personals. Like it was real cringy, bro.
Like the voice he was doing was funny, but outside of that, the voice was hilarious.
I couldn't finish that shit. Every time I see Envy hear about it, even when I saw him with the Ebony K. Williams shit, I was like, why is he this?
I ain't watched that shit.
I'm a broke nigga and I wasn't mad.
I'm tired of the conversation. Like, you really offended by that. What are you like? She ain't for you. Okay, you ain't her type.
That
Move
part
on.
of it. Why is
why do you care?
What I've been seeing lately is the who gonna pay the bills. And I went on Twitter and I said, bro, like, why do y'all care? If that ain't the woman for you, ain't the woman for you, nigga.
That's
like,
it.
What is y'all mad about?
She has her opinion. I'm sure every woman gonna agree with your preference either.
I don't want a motherfucker. I got kids, and I don't want a woman with no kids or no ass shots, and that's hard to find. So what we gonna do? I can wait. I'm gonna be mad at, or somebody mad at that. Then you need a reevaluation of self.
Go for who wants you, Joe.
That's why. Yeah.
Most of these motherfuckers, you ain't ever going.
When these topics do come up, I'm not here to satisfy cancel culture. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. They just be mad. You be mad. Like, what y'all mad about today? Look at this. Y'all mad because the lady said she wants a nigga with money. That's her right. Yeah. She has the right to want that.
People mad about
if she gets it, that ain't your business.
When I log on to social media, I legit log on to laugh at what everybody's angry about, whatever it is. To see, that's why with this whole Ja Morant thing, I haven't voiced my opinion about it yet. I've just been watching everybody else be angry, like they wasn't just doing this, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah, and I get he's, don't get me wrong, he's stupid. Like, why you rich? Why you having a gun? At the same time, like, I'm not finna go on an outrage over it all. Like, okay, it's his problem. And like, you part of the NBA.
I'm ready for the jokes and to talk shit and call
them. I'm here to laugh, Joe.
I'm ready to ridicule niggas.
That Chris Tucker rush hour joint, that shit had me dying. When Ja Morant had took a picture with a gun out. Jeez.
That's my question. Why do he keep putting the gun close to his head? Why do he keep dancing like this?
Like it's a buddy phone.
Blow one of them fucking dreads off.
Should have bobbed himself one time.
What? Like, that's my question. Why do you keep putting the gun? Is that a new thing? Is that something that we too old for now? Is that what niggas is doing with the gun?
That's the new money phone. That's the new money phone.
That's the new money phone, the gun to your head. That's crazy.
The gun phone.
Every time I see a video, when I first saw it, I went past it. I didn't even see the gun. I had no idea what niggas was outraged about until somebody screenshotted the circle the gun. And I went and rewatched it.
Like that, y'all are thirsty, Joe. Why y'all?
I went and rewatched it.
You could barely see the shit.
I went and rewatched it. And then I said, oh shit. Then the first thing I said was, why is niggas dancing with the gun near their head? Like,
in a car, Joe.
One wrong shoulder bump, you gonna blow half your mop off.
They in a car dance with a gun in their head. Y'all tripping. Y'all ain't see Pulp Fiction? Remember Pulp Fiction when Buddy?
And I think this is this nigga's crazy. And I think that is this the new the evolved street nigga?
Ain't no more street niggas, man. These niggas.
Because I don't even really want to talk about how stupid Ja is. The nigga worth $200 million and he's trying to be a trap nigga on social. and recording it. So that's the obvious thing.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to understand is why are people defending it? Two, is that what y'all call street now? Like, are these the new street? Is this the updated rules this the updated like rules in the street nigga rule book or something? Because
I don't think I think it's the same. It's the costume. I'm saying the same more like trying to be cool. That's all it is. I'm trying to be cool.
Nothing about this says street nigga or trap nigga to me.
Nothing. First off, I don't know why if you know your man's is live, like you
and your man is the whole bag. The whole bag.
No, but no, I'm talking about Ja. Like Ja in the passenger seat.
That's what I'm saying.
His man on live. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Why you got a gun in your hand with your man on live? You just went through this. Nothing in your head.
There ain't nobody around him.
Let's put the gun down. No one's saying don't have a gun on. You want to have a gun on, you do your thing. But why are you putting this shit on camera?
I hate regurgitating cliche shit, but everybody who's in charge of the back ain't the leader of the crew.
That's a fact.
I don't know where his daddy at. I don't know who's supposed to be a leader of his crew, but somebody's supposed to be around him to tell him, nigga, that's not how you move. You don't stand out on top of trucks in the middle of the worst neighborhoods in the world. They can smack you down and blow your whole bag. And that's, I guess, where I'm getting at it with it. Because I don't know, have we ever seen, we can run down the list of rappers for the last 3 decades who've gotten murdered. Have we ever seen a professional ball player get murdered in their prime?
No. Yeah, one dude got shot the boat. What's dude now? Because one dude from the Bulls, like in the 90s, he wasn't an important player. What his name?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we've ever seen like what happened to Nipsey or what happened to Triple X or what happened to Pocket. I don't think we've ever seen that happen to a professional athlete, especially in their prime. We know athletes have been killed, but we ain't seen it happen like this. And I don't want to speak that on to that boy because I don't want to see that happen.
I mean, Sean Taylor, that's the only one.
Sean Taylor, right? Okay, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see that, and that was a home invasion. That wasn't even Sean Taylor wasn't out here. That's what I'm saying.
He wasn't.
John Moran outside, and he putting himself in a predicament where he could be the first professional athlete that could happen to. Because, I mean, what other trajectory do you have going down that path?
Buddy be on the court throwing them crap. He be wild.
Like, the only trajectory the nigga got on that path, recording himself in the neighborhoods he moving in, doing the shit he doing, is a RICO or a murder. Yeah, why would you want to do that when niggas is giving you $200 million?
And I'm not sure where he was in this recent video, but the first time he was out in Denver. Like right after a game in the strip club with a gun. Like, bro, what you doing? Yeah. What's going on with you, bro?
Because I mean, when you work that much money,
my man?
When you work that much money, guns should be around you anyway. And you shouldn't be the nigga. You shouldn't be the motherfucker, bro. You shouldn't be the person to be carrying the gun, but there should be guns around you.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a millionaire, I'm assuming you have some guns.
I was just talking to a cat on Twitter the other day. And he was like, he said, well, I don't care how rich I get. I'm gonna have a toast on me at all times, yada yada yada. And I said, if you get that kind of wealth and you are in a predicament, I'm not to say it never happens, because we still from where we from, we still got family from the hood. A lot of we still got family that no matter how wealthy we get, they're not gonna not be there unless we get Queen of England wealthy or some shit like that. You can't move your entire bloodline out the hood. So you're going to have situations where you may end up in scenarios where you may need a gun. But if you in a situation where you gotta have one on you when you outside with that kind of wealth, then you doing rich all wrong.
My thing is, it's one thing to have it on you. Like having it on you, you probably shouldn't as a person of that stature, but at the same time, that's one thing. To flash it, to constantly be flashing the gun, what you doing? You asking, you provoking motherfuckers to come fuck with you. You asking for that. That's why I always say, man, what LeBron James has done, incredible, Joe. That nigga been doing this shit since he was in high school.
No scandal, nothing.
Nigga had a camera in his face since high school.
Yeah.
That nigga been in the league 20 years. I was 13 when LeBron was drafted, Joe.
That's my thing, though. If you got to be in a scenario where you have to have a gun on you when you got that kind of bag, you doing rich all wrong.
Rich all wrong.
Like, because if I get that kind of bag, I can get sometimes, there may be a scenario or two where I may have to have it on me. But
right.
I'm just not going, every time I go outside, I got to have it on me. What the fuck do I got $200 million for? And I'm not here to ridicule him more than we done already done for the last week and a half. It ain't about him. What I'm trying to understand is how don't our people, the niggas that just come on in the line, I think niggas just be wanting to be devil's advocate. Like,
that's all it is.
It's a legal gun. You don't know if the gun is legal or not. Nigga, waving a weapon around legal or not is against the fucking law. Stupid.
Dude, like, what are you doing?
How many niggas got to take ridiculous for y'all to realize
it don't matter if it's against the law or not. The NBA is a private organization. If they say you can't do this, and they already gave you a reprimanded you one time, and you do it again, you're an idiot. I don't care what it is. Every job has rules. They're not necessarily the law-abiding rules. If you break the rule once, step on the wrist. Second time, serious violation.
I just don't understand why we in such a rush to defend buffoonery. That's what I don't get. I don't understand how we could one day in the next breath speak about how Black people need this light put on. We need to be represented a certain way. We need to look certain. And then when Ja pull a gun, like the first time I gave a nigga, I still clowned him, but I gave him a little grace. A month later, no, bro, y'all still defending this goofy shit.
Man, like you just lost in the playoffs. Like you just lost like one off image strength alone. The playoffs just and you lost. You should be focused. Like the fact you on live partying off rip is a bad look. On top of that, you got a gun in your hand again?
Well, how do you feel about Steven Jackson defending? That's where I really want to go.
Steven Jackson, I don't know, man. Steven Jackson I be with Steven Jackson a lot, and other times I be kind of like, man, like, what are you talking? Come on, you know better than this. Like, he's been through that.
Because we know Steven, we know if that had social media in his era, we know Steve was getting it popping and getting into all kind of dumb shit.
I mean, he didn't tell a story about him, like him being an active player and getting into damn near gunfights. He didn't talk.
Yeah, so I understand his take on it because maybe Ja is from a certain hood, whatever.
My only point is the camera.
When you from and all that shit don't matter when you finna blow generational wealth over trying to project a certain image on social media. And no knock on Steven Jackson. That's the dumbest shit in the world.
And no knock on Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson was an amazing player through his years. John Morant has the potential to be face of the league. Like John Morant.
When LeBron on his way out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, facts. LeBron on his way out. Steph on his way out. Steph 35. Like, John, you damn near have the key.
And if he blow this, it ain't one WNBA contract in the world that's going to pay his sister $200 million.
Right.
Just saying. But he's nice too.
He better wait for his daughter.
Be realistic.
But like, and at the same time, I told my homies the other day, like, if you look at the NBA, a lot of these players, the best players are international. Jokic, Luka Doncic, Giannis, and B. These are all international players. Ja, the only one that's a real young superstar. Him and like Jason Tatum coming from America. You're a young Black man. The spotlight's on you. You can't be doing it. There's more to lose than ever the game by putting a gun in the camera. What's the point? What's the risk versus reward every time? That's all that matters. Blow a bag you want to.
I don't understand it, bro.
And like also, of course, another key part of this, his Nike deal, a big part of his Nike deal is the fact that Kyrie went away. They pretty much pushed Kyrie to
I don't know how true it is, but I've seen something. You know, the internet just be saying shit. So I don't know if it's true, but I've seen something about Nike possibly releasing him already or taking his shoe off their website or something like that.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I don't know if that's true, but you know, the internet lies. So internet, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure depending on the punishment he gets from the NBA, if the NBA punishes him enough, they might do it.
I do think 40 games is overkill. 40 games is too much.
For sure. Somebody was saying a whole season for what? Like, I get it.
Half a season for social media video.
Yeah, that's stupid. I can see if he's like Plaxico Burress and shot himself in public. Like Plaxico Burress, that nigga needs to be suspended for the whole season.
What? That was the way he going. He might shoot himself online.
Yeah, the NBA had a few niggas like that. Plaxico Burress shot himself in the leg. NFL shot himself in the leg. The nigga JPP blew his hand up with the fireworks. Nigga got 2 fingers now. He's still
they got
playing.
CTE though. You know them niggas.
Yeah, them niggas in here. They screws
stupid,
loose.
Bro.
They screws are really loose. If we get hit in the head,
niggas is meatheads. They don't NFL niggas.
Man.
Speaking of antics, though, we because let's get off this. I don't care this much.
Yeah.
Speaking of antics, we can't not talk about antics without mentioning what I think was the biggest antic of last week. Janelle Monae's titties, bruh.
Hey, that's how you promote.
Janelle Monae titties, bro.
That's called a great rollout.
Them shits is all right.
Them shits is all right, man.
I haven't even watched the video yet, but I don't even need to see it. Twitter just showed me everything I need to see.
Man.
And she keeps
the song is
advertisement.
Cool too.
She rolling out this album, and the album drop on 6ix9ine. Crazy symbolism. Crazy symbolism. 69, her album drop. Janelle Monae, hey, bro.
Sex
she
sells.
came a long way from the classic man suits, and I ain't knocking the suits because Janelle Monae has always been a vibe for me. I think when you talk R&B, when you talk women R&B voices, I don't think she's brought up in the conversation enough. And maybe that's why the titties exist. Maybe that's why this is a thing.
She kind of boxed herself in. Two,
you think so?
She just stopped making music after a while. She had when she first came out, she was making music kind of consistently, but then she just kind of stopped making music.
She's put out music recently, and everything she put out is fire.
Oh, she has not missed it. I ain't heard shit since 2016. I've also I haven't checked. I follow her on Instagram.
I want to say it might have been something. It was something after 2016.
Might have been.
I remember, like right before COVID or during or something, she put out a project.
Oh, I definitely missed that then. I definitely missed that one.
I can't remember.
I feel like once the scissors and all them came out, like Janelle Monae kind of got pushed to the back.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. Is that
her and what's shorty name? Big Sean. Janae Iku. They both kind of just fell back.
Yeah, Dirty Computer was 2018. I know I wasn't tripping.
Okay. What was it called?
Fire to me.
What was it called?
Dirty Computer. That album was fire.
I never heard that one. What was the project called before that? Lady something.
Was it Metropolis or something like that?
No, it was like Lady something.
The Electric Lady. That's 2013.
Okay. That was the one I remember the most. Electric Lady.
After that.
Huh?
Electric Lady was probably like one of her earlier ones.
For sure.
But she's consistently put out fire. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I personally, and I have this R&B argument a lot because personally, I don't like a lot of the new R&B. Like, I fuck with Sid, I fuck with Lucky on occasion, I fuck with certain people, but I haven't liked R&B of like the last pretty much everything after Confessions.
Whoa, what?
Okay, I'll take that back. Everything after, what's the first weekend joint?
Trilogy?
Right now, it's a House of Balloons.
Yeah, House of Balloons, the trilogy joint, yeah.
Everything after that, I'm kind of like, I mean, it's joint sprinkled in here and there.
Control?
But as a whole, huh?
Control?
Oh, SZA, yes. That's what I'm saying. There are joints sprinkled in here. But what I'm saying is, as a whole, I don't think R&B has been that dope.
That Snow Allegra album.
It's cold.
Yeah. Feelings.
And I'm not even, listen, let me first separate the women from the men because I think
that's a fact too. Because I feel like the women have been making better music than the men.
I think the women have been kicking the men's ass for maybe the last 50 years.
Since it's like Daniel Caesar's album, the first Daniel Caesar album. That was the last male project that I really loved, like that Freudian.
Like male R&B, I haven't fucked with since The Weeknd, to be honest. That first Weeknd joint. I don't even care.
Daniel Caesar's Freudian, you gotta fuck with that.
I don't really.
You gotta fuck with Freudian. That's like a classic.
I'm not a big Daniel Caesar guy.
What? The joint with Sid? The joint with her? Kelly, what's this joint with Kelly Uchis?
I'm just not a big, and maybe that could be.
Hey, homework for you tonight, bro. Homework for you is listen to Freudian. That album is incredible.
I'm gonna revisit it When I
get a
think
fifth kid. You will get a fifth kid with that joint.
you know what it is? By the time I discovered Daniel Caesar, I kind of already knew who he was as a personality, and maybe that turned me off.
Yeah, I literally found him out through I think it was Rory Sleeper. That's how I found him before he went super left.
Yeah, he make a lot of that barefoot music.
Facts.
Like I don't know how I feel. Like, bro, since we here anyway, because I'm real, I guess, particular about my R&B, especially male R&B, which is why I've been giving Jagged Edge shit all the last 20 years. Like I don't see. I think that my natural palette is hip hop, and then I branched off into all these other musics because, well, I guess I would say my natural because I mean I grew up on Michael Jackson, but to me, when if R&B niggas don't give me the feel Mike and Prince gave me, I could keep away.
How you feel about Chris Brown? How you feel about Chris Brown?
I like Chris Brown as an all-around artist, but I don't like a lot of the music, honestly.
That's real.
I don't. I think he got obviously he got joints. He could put out 100 joints a day if he wanted to, probably. But out of it, every time he dropped one of them 45-song albums, I'd be like, give me 9.
Well, apparently he announced he's done doing that. He's done doing that, he said.
Thank God.
It was definitely like he was just kept Heartbreak or Full Moon down to like 15 tracks. That might have been his best album ever.
A lot of it, I go in
Indigo.
When he put that, sometimes I'll start them shits and probably get 20 minutes in and be like, I'm not gonna listen to Chris Brown for 3 hours, bro. You got me fucked up. I can catch him at the concert and pick out what I wanna. I'd rather go see him live than listen to his catalog.
It took me legitimately a whole weekend to get through that Heartbreak and Full Moon joint.
Brown, I don't fuck nobody that bad. I don't want to fuck nobody bad enough to listen to Chris Brown for a weekend, nigga. Like.
Put Luther Vandross on. I'm saying, put Luther Vandross on,
bro. Because I mean, to be honest, I only kind of want to listen to male R&B when I want to fuck somebody.
Real shit.
I want to hear something deep in my soul, and I don't feel like a lot of them dudes come from their soul. That's why I don't like Jagged Edge. Them niggas made the same song for 20 years.
Oh, yeah, let's get to this, man, because you was wilding on Instagram, bro. My boy was wilding, y'all. Hey, man. Hey, all right. Vic is like 8 years older than me. The fact that he says this is mind-boggling. Tell me what you said, man. This man said.
I like it. I've never liked it. Or Montel Jordan's.
Promise.
And Promise is the original Let's Get Married. It's the original. It's the same song. All the niggas keep doing is making songs.
All right. I'm not saying Jagged Edge is Boys to Men or Jodeci. I'm just saying they better than 112.
No, the fuck they not. Why would you even say that?
112 got what? They got Peaches and Cream and the joint with Biggie. And what else?
What? It's Sober Now, Cupid.
Cupid is classic. I love Cupid.
One Cupid, not one. They don't have one.
Where the party at?
The only one that got close to it is Let's Get Married, and we like the remix more.
Hey, where the party at is fire.
Where the party at is trash. This shit is trash. They could have fucking done, and I don't care how nobody take it.
My first time drinking liquor, I got Bacardi because of that song.
I'm dying on this hill. They could have took them niggas off, left them on the hook, and put 2 Nelly verses on there and made it a Nelly song. We'd have liked it more. We'd have liked it more if it was a Nelly song, bro. Tell me
SODE.F, quick to go left. Yeah, Nelly went crazy on this shit.
Tell me we would have liked it more if it was just 3 Nelly verses and them on the hook.
I ain't gonna hold you as a kid. I thought it was a Nelly song as a kid. I thought it was a Nelly song.
You hate the song is the I don't know what you call it. Is it like a bridge or something? The bridge at the end where and the haters can't get no. What are you talking? Shut up. Shut up. This sounds corny. Y'all sound like the corny old niggas in the club and y'all was young niggas at the time. They sound weird. And then all them niggas, I understand that 2 of them have the same voice because they twins, but it sounds like 4 Montel Jordans.
4 Montel Jordans.
Niggas make the same thing. Niggas don't have great music.
112 is just Jagged Edge with Slim.
Huh?
112 was just Jagged Edge with Slim.
No, all the niggas had. You could have let any one of them sing in the league. You can't let. Don't nobody want to hear Wingo sing the league.
No. Ringo.
I didn't even have a nigga in your group with a name like, and I believe Jagged Edge gangster as fuck. So when I'm in Atlanta, don't see me somewhere and try to punch me in my head over this take, bro. I get it.
Who won that versus when they did the verses?
I didn't watch that shit because it was only 2 niggas from each. I didn't want to watch that versus with 2 niggas from each group.
I think they both had bad connection to it. I remember watching it. They both connected.
I never seen it because I didn't want to see that. To me, that wasn't the right versus if all 4 niggas from all 4 groups. Because I was ready for that. I said 112 about to smoke these niggas. And that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not gonna say that they don't have, because I believe they have a catalog full of hit records. So I can't just erase their accomplishments. But let's factor in these niggas had JD, bro. Like they had JD. I don't see Jagged Edge. I mean, and if they would have went on Bad Boy, they might have still had the same look. Because both groups from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but I don't know if they pop off without JD the same way. What are you playing?
Walk Out of Heaven, bro.
That's the
what
same.
Are you talking about?
It's the same songs over and over and over. So okay.
Wait, what?
Now play the next one and tell me it don't sound exactly the same. These niggas sing the same song with different words over and over and over. It's the same. It's a bunch of sound effects. It's the same song, the same BPM, the same. Them niggas do this. They sing the same.
Some boys, man. Okay, just Walk Out of Heaven.
Just because you have a personal attachment to that, and you got some little girl panties in high school to that music, don't mean that it's as dope as you think it is.
The 8th grade slow dance, bro.
You're right. Just because you finger pop something to the Jagged Edge, that's why you like it. I understand people's connection to it. I understand. Okay, so Jagged Edge, because that's name any Jagged Edge gonna be Jodeci in anything?
No, I'm just saying. I'm only saying 112.
I don't even think. Look, okay, fuck it. Carl Thomas.
I feel like Drew Hill, Jodeci, and Boyz II Men are a different class.
Carl Thomas got one album. Do they got anything better than Carl Thomas' first album? No, they don't.
Oh, he got some. Of course not. Or Darnell Jones.
No, they don't. My point exactly.
I'm just saying better than what.
Bro,
I'm just saying 112.
I'm in the car and I'm putting Lucy Pearl on before I put Jagged Edge on.
I'm just saying, if I gotta pick
any of FBS Diggs groups.
If you tell me to pick between the 4 best Jagged Edge songs and the 4 best 112 songs, I'm gonna go with Jagged Edge.
You crazy? So what's the 4? What's the 4 best? The 4 best, because I don't think the 4 best Peaches and Cream ain't one of the 4. That's not one of the 4 best ones.
I used to hate Peaches and Cream. I used to hate that damn song.
That's because you don't like we spending too much time on this dumb shit. But if anybody that's there, comment, because I know it's Jagged. I know, bro. I piss people off. I've been pissing motherfuckers off for 20-something years. When they first dropped, I might have been in high school when I didn't like. I might have been in high school.
How you feel about Drew Hill then?
Them niggas.
How you feel about Drew Hill?
Drew Hill will smoke Jagged Edge.
Oh, of course. I'm just saying, do you like Drew Hill?
Not even close.
No, for sure. I agree. I tell you, Drew Hill, Jodeci, and Boyz II Men class.
I don't want to make it seem like Jagged Edge just trash and niggas can't sing, all that.
I'm about to say, man. Yeah, B2K is somebody, man.
I would take B2K
over. Oh, my God, man.
I'm telling you.
Oh, my God, Vic. You would not take it. B2K.
I would take
Jagged Edge.
Because the Pandemonium album. See, you talking about bump by bump. I'm talking about the actual Pandemonium album. I would put that next to any of the albums.
This is officially.
And I guarantee you, women, female R&B fans, I want to hear the women who went to the Scream tours and all that shit. What album you playing? Jagged Edge best album or B2K's Pandemonium? I bet they going with.
Hey, let me say right now. Bro. I've always known my boy Vic to be a music I'm saying just encyclopedia.
And
Today is the day that I'm officially wild.
B2K,
I had never in my wildest dreams would imagine you would know
them
B2K.
niggas that
Well,
hated
listen real quick. Never
you
in my wildest dreams would I think you would know a B2K album by title.
What?
I didn't even heard of this album you speaking of. What is Pandemonium?
I know all that shit on I think, yeah.
I'm tell you right now. I was this around the time when girls said cooties. I think
you was in high school and your girl had all their posters and you was mad.
That's probably what it was.
That's what it is. That's what
and literally, only thing I know from B2K is Pump Pump Pump. That's all I can think of.
If I gotta listen to Daniel Caesar Freudian, you go put on B2K Pandemonium. We'll get back. Because B2K Pandemonium, I'm not gonna lie. And your man wrote that whole album.
Hey, chill out.
Ricky Bobby wrote the whole album.
He's not my man. He's not my he's not my man.
Oh, that's so
He from Chicago, I'm saying. Not my man.
He said he's not my man.
It's not my man. You get an air. And that's support.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I don't care.
I'm trolling by asking this question, but you putting Pretty Ricky over Jagged Edge too?
Say what?
Pretty Ricky over Jagged Edge too? Actually thinking. Oh, Vic.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. But I guarantee you probably got a lot of women that would say that. I wasn't.
I ain't gonna lie. I'd be surprised. Like, I'd be forgetting the impact of like B2K and Pretty Ricky because, like, for me, being like a young teenager at the time, I wasn't listening to this shit at all.
You the same age,
huh?
You the same age as them, relatively, right?
Exactly, but I did my best effort of trying to ignore that shit. Like, I heard they were going to little teenage clubs, but like when I talk to females that are my age, like they love that shit still. They still love that shit. So you ain't wrong.
If you wanted to hear something your age in that era, you might have needed a Blue Stars track in the back.
And you know I know I'm old, bro.
What?
My cousin's daughter is like, she's like 11. Never heard of Destiny's Child, bro. Never heard of her.
Why would she?
That hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt old. Like, these kids don't know that Beyonce was in the group. They thought it's just Beyonce.
They don't even know who Jay-Z is. They be like, Beyonce husband.
Type shit, Joe. Like real shit.
They don't know who Jay-Z is.
That's crazy.
And I mean, why would they? He's in his 50s. Like, it's like.
That's Jay-Z, Sean Carter. That's Jigga. Jigga, that nigga Jigga.
But that's why these platforms like Versus and shit is so important, because it's giving life to the era that these kids don't know anything
I don't feel like y'all generation got as old fast as my generation got old. I feel like my generation somehow caught your generation and both got old at the same time. And I hate that shit. Yeah. I really hate that shit.
Because our eras ain't really.
I feel like my era and my era appreciated your era. So like in the next generation era, they don't really give a fuck about either one of them.
Just like my era appreciated the 80s. That ain't really my era, but I love it.
Right. I love but I feel like this new era, they don't fuck with this shit. They like, nah, fuck y'all shit.
They don't care. I'm glad that my kid thinks she was born in the 90s, my oldest one. Yeah. One of my somewhere, I don't know what I did to her genetically, but I'd be so proud of that one. I'd be like, yes, like she know that shit. But the rest of them, my other baby, a year younger than her, nigga, she want to hear that I still want to hear. Right. What's crazy to me, the girls like the shooters today. Like, I remember growing up, girls didn't want to hear that. The girl, when you was with a chick, they didn't want to hear Jay-Z talk about something dope. You had to put some something on for them. Yeah. Now the girls is like, niggas.
Thanks.
The girls is not playing, bro.
Yeah, what's that one? The young girl from New York. She's super short girl.
Scarlett. Huh? Scarlett. Who? You talking about Scarlett or you talking about Lola? Which one?
Lola. What's her name? Lola short. That girl, a whole little thug, boy. Yeah. She's crazy. She's like 13 years old out here thugging. Like,
bro,
it's up with it. She sound like a grown ass. She sound like Papa Smoke.
When did all the women's voice start getting deeper than ours? Gorilla be
Gorilla be deep, boy. I should be. I'm just clearing my throat.
and you know, I guess I'm a little too old to even be speaking this way about her. But I've been young before, and what nigga in that age bracket is fuck? Because I don't want to fuck no shit that's like, like what?
Hey, shit, we had Rod Digger back in the niggas.
But Rod Digger like that when she talked to my nigga.
Gorilla. Hey, okay, Emil.
Huh?
Emil.
I fucked with Emil.
That voice is horrible. That was the worst rap voice ever, probably, Joe.
I fuck with Emil.
On you, was it You, Him, and Her? That song, her verse gets.
But her album ain't half bad. I actually bought an Emil album. All Money Is Legal. Her album wasn't bad at all.
That's what her name stands for. All Money Is Legal. That's a hard ass acronym. All Money Is Legal. That's all.
Yeah, her album wasn't bad. Her album wasn't. She got about 3 Jay-Z features on that bitch. Like her album wasn't bad. It just didn't pop because nobody. I don't think she came in a. I was Lil Kim, Foxy, Mia X, Eve. Yeah. Like you couldn't stand up with them.
Yeah, man.
Like I think if she'd have came maybe a couple years later, she'd have been all right.
What's your personal favorite Jay-Z album? Not the best, not the most classic, but your personal favorite
Jay-Z album is. Oh, that's hard. It's too many, man. Like I think my personal favorite might be. Fuck. Maybe Volume. My personal favorite whole album might be Black Album.
More get older, mine became Dynasty. I don't know when it happened, but Dynasty is my favorite album right now.
Dynasty is my favorite. It's either that or Dynasty. I bought Dynasty, which came out the year I graduated high school. Like
Dynasty is a smoke, bro.
Dynasty is that one to me. Like I got a couple personal favorites. I got Jay-Z albums that I like that other people don't like.
Like him, yeah. Like, when I say they have 6 each, I know it sounds crazy, but you sit listen to them. He got 6 each.
Classics. 6 classics that's a little much.
Think about it, man. Think about it.
See, I don't count. I don't count The Throne as I think that could be a cult classic.
The Throne ain't classic. He performed one song 11 times like for a whole summer.
Classic. It was a cult. I think The Throne is a really great album, and I think it's a classic moment in time. As far as a classic album,
that may be the best duo rap, not duo, but the best like collaboration album ever.
Oh, easily.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like her loss is fire. I love her loss more every day.
Her loss is fire, but it's not close.
Yeah, it's not close to that. That shit different. Only thing I hate about that album is Ham. Like Ham is garbage.
I don't want The Throne too because I don't want them to fuck that legacy up.
And you know they will. They'll ruin that shit. Please do not touch Throne.
What's up with your mans?
Who?
What's up? Kanye, bro.
What he do now? I ain't even seen no news on what he do now, man.
I don't even know what he doing because I don't pay him any mind anymore. But the last time I saw this nigga, he's walking around with some pants on. He was looking like the Penguin in Batman Returns, bro.
Look, I be want to make fun of Kanye outfits all the time, right? But every time I make fun of his outfits, next thing you know, everyone's wearing the shit.
Like, what's up?
He wore them big ass black boots. Next thing I know, everyone them big ass red boots. So I don't know.
They want to be Billy Idol or one of them niggas, man.
I swear to God. He walk around looking like a goddamn Star Wars character. He had middle of California in May with a big ass leather jacket.
I know this is a dumb question because when Kanye dropped, I know you're gonna listen to it, but I don't even know if I want to listen to the nigga music no more.
I don't know. I mean, I would say that, but I still haven't heard Donda 2, so I don't know.
I haven't heard it either, and I have no interest here.
Yeah, as much as I gave praise to Donda 1, I've been going back to Donda 1 that much since it dropped.
Hey man,
I go back to Certified Lover Boy way more.
You can cut me off at Twisted Fantasy, and I'm good with taking that on down.
Ooh, what about Pablo?
Not really. I like Real Friends, but that just sound like one long ass. Sound like one long ass.
Ultra Light Beam?
I like one long ass rave. I'm cool. I like Real Friends. I can take Real Friends and maybe
30 hours,
like 3-4 on there, but you can keep Pablo.
I mean, you could really keep Pablo. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad.
You could have kept Designer. Could have kept Panda was dope. It's flat for somewhere, but I'd rather heard somebody else on that beat. You could have kept that. I'm not even a big Twisted Fantasy person. I just respect the musicianship of it. But
the most underrated
either.
Underrated project was that Kid See Ghost. Kid See Ghost was hard too. People stuff.
That was cool. That was cool.
But Yeezus has some joints on there. Blood on the Leaves, Black Skinhead.
Guys that I don't understand what y'all love about him so much.
I don't love Kid Cudi that much.
Like, so I don't
get Kid Cudi. I get Kid Cudi's cool for what he is, but I don't give Kid Cudi like the praise that everyone. He did birth like a different kind of sound, kind of, I guess, because he kind of gave Kanye the blueprint to 808s, which gave a lot of people the blueprint to do a lot of other shit. So like, I give him praise for that, but outside of that, like,
that's why a lot of that shit after that era, you can really keep it for me. Like,
I compare Kid Cudi to Janae Eku, right? Like Janae Eku kind of started the whole whispered R&B singer thing, but how the motherfuckers did shit better after her. So,
bro,
like,
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the trap era was cool. I took a couple pieces from here and there because as music evolves, I don't want to be the person stuck in a bubble. So I evolved it a little bit. But for the most part, you can keep all that shit. Everything after 2010 that ain't Cole, Drake, certain niggas here and there, like Kendrick's, Wale's, all of that. And then we get Griselda later in the...
You put Wale over Cudi?
Huh?
Put Wale over Cudi?
Easily.
Ooh, easily. Cudi got some joints.
Easily.
Pursuit of Happiness
has a criminally underrated catalog.
Underrated catalog.
You to be honest with Cudi, you can cut me off at Man on the Moon 1 and keep the rest of that shit.
Man on the Moon 1 and Man on the Moon 2 on the need. Man on the Moon 2 is fire.
I don't like
Mojo so dope. Yeah, I
don't like any of that shit. All the nigga want, all he want. Like, I don't want to take my wrist that bad. I have my days where but I don't really want to kill myself that bad, bro. So,
what's the missed that?
Like, I don't. I'm good, man. I don't, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I enjoy verses, because verses keeps the essence of my era alive. That's why, even though I can argue about Jagged Edge, see, and that's a good, because Puffy gonna show you niggas when him and JD step in that garden. He gonna show y'all. He gonna show you.
First off, I don't know what the hell JD smoking on. I'm not sure why that's even a thing. I have no interest in watching this versus for real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's not even the verses I wanted. I wanted Puffy.
I'm not interested in this. Don't be wrong. I give JD hella props. JD is a genius. But I'm not a big, I don't hear Mariah Carey, nigga. Forgot my face, bro. I'm trying to hear that shit.
This nigga Diddy gonna be smacking him over the head with Biggie joints in.
Nigga, what?
He gonna play We Belong Together.
What? He put that total on, that one total song on, it's over with. It's lights out. Curtains. The total with Biggie. What's it called?
Yeah, but did JD do Fantasy? Mariah and ODB?
Probably. Ain't no W against no Biggie song.
And now that I think about it, who did Honey? Because ain't Honey a Bad Boy record?
I think Honey is a Bad Boy record.
Honey, Heartbreaker with Jay-Z, that's bad. That's not JD, that's Puffy.
All I know is
Mariah joints too.
He can have that one. I don't think if it is Puffy ain't playing it. If he is Puffy, Puffy has too many. He got too many. What is this nigga gonna play? I think on some podcasts they mentioned Money in the Thing. Like, your Money in the Thing is a great record. That is losing to 90% of the Puff songs he's gonna play after that.
That Jay-Z version Money in the Thing. Oh my God. That first
but if Puff come back and hit you with Victory or some shit, what you gonna do?
Like what
Curtains.
At the end of the day, versus is a game of spades. You gotta know when to play.
It is a game of spades. But that nigga Puff got a full house every rep. He got a Boston on his ass.
They got a lot of low key shit that he could throw out there, but I still don't think it's gonna be enough.
I'll tell you one thing he better not do. Play Bow Wow if you want to. Play Bow Wow if you want to.
Them Bow Wow joints gonna go up though.
All right, play Bow Wow if you want to.
Gonna go up.
Last night, nigga, what? He gonna smoke that nigga? I need a girl.
Do you understand what kind of fan base Bow Wow has?
Yeah.
Bow Wow, that Harlem Shake joint. Remember that shit that Bow Wow used to be?
Harlem Shake, nigga, Harlem World.
Yeah.
I would like bass.
I don't know.
You like, go to them Harlem Shake against Puff?
I just saw Bow Wow on Math shit, and he was talking about the So Def anniversary concert. And Bow Wow said this is true. He said Jay-Z wasn't gonna do the So Def anniversary concert if Bow wasn't there.
I mean, Bow Impact is very important. All I'm saying is, against any Puffy song, Bow Wow, you sit his little ass down.
So what you think gonna happen when he put that jagged ass bullshit on and he come out there with them 112 slap? He bop him upside the head with them 112 slappers, bro.
All I'm saying is, at least, all right, even if Jagged Edge lose to 112, right, it's a formidable matchup. Who is Bow Wow facing against a Puff roster? Who you going against? Give me what's the Bow Wow song? My name joint. What's the song? Huh?
Bow Wow shits might get some of them.
G-Dep, nigga. G-Dep. Special delivery cooking Bow Wow. Special delivery. What? Get him out of here, Joe.
Hey, yeah, let's get it. Make this money.
Let's get it. Get him out of here. Black Rob coming through, smacking him, man.
Oh yeah, man. This is
nigga Flavor in Your Ear remix.
And all that R&B JD got, like, I get what they were saying on Joe Budden's podcast. Maybe JD could win the R&B versus. I still don't think so, but
win the R&B versus. Don't Puffy got Mary J. Blige? First album? My Life? Not My Life.
He did a lot of. He did What's the 411?
Okay.
I can't remember.
He got Real Love with Biggie. Real Love.
He got a lot of.
Yeah. Go do with this nigga, man.
112.
Evans.
Carl Thomas. Even that, I ain't gonna lie, even his one-hit wonder slap, that Sherry Dennis joint was tough. Even remember that Sherry Dennis joint?
Yes.
On the remix.
He got his,
and JD does.
And the real trump card for me is, did he has his own songs? Like JD ain't no songs that went him. Like, no, JD has like 2 songs maybe that I know of his. Welcome to Atlanta and Money and the Thing. Only 2 JD songs.
You're gonna have to pull out all the Confessions.
The whole album. He gotta run Superstar twice. he got that shit burn. Let it burn.
As much as I want Jump to hit, it ain't gonna hit.
He gonna have to lean on Usher, and Puff gonna lean on Big, and it's gonna be ugly.
He got a few. You know what? He do got the Brat.
Don't Puffy have Mr. Versus? He got the locks.
Yes. Ooh.
He got deep lock. He got Mr. Versus in the cut, ready for him.
Yeah. I was finna throw the Brat out there, but see, never mind.
So funkified. That's about
the Brat got. I can tell you this.
Ain't Biggie on that song?
It may not even win a point, but if he do the Brat and Biggie listen to the B-side in the Garden,
that's the song.
The Garden might fucking go. The Garden might go up for that.
They definitely should.
If it's people,
they definitely
in there from that.
To be fair, they should do 40 rap, 40 R&B, or 20 rap, 20 R&B, 20 over in Atlanta, 20 in New York. That'd be the fairest.
40 record. We gotta have 40 in general.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that we're not getting
the fact that we're not getting Puff versus
Dre is bogus.
Exactly. That's what I wanted, and I don't see no type of way that Jermaine Dupri wins this.
But I mean, to be fair though, I think Puff is getting smoked by Dre though. So for Puff's sake, this might be the best move.
I think the same thing. And the cool shit about it is, with Puffy in the Garden, we might actually get a Jay-Z appearance on the versus stage. But I doubt it.
What song?
Anybody can do it. It's
what song? I love the dough.
I love the dough.
Yo, JD has no chance, man. Songs updated. What?
The joint on Puffy's second album. Because
Yo,
Puffy 4 or 5 Jay-Z.
The audacity of
Puffy
JD. Hold on. The audacity of JD to try to battle Puffy in the garden. He crazy as hell, boy.
The audacity, because I guess he's supposed to be that way.
Nigga, that is Sean Combs at the crib.
I don't see how that makes sense.
At the crib? That should be in LA somewhere. That should be in a neutral ground like LA. Huh?
If it wasn't Puffy, who could have been Jermaine Dupri's matchup?
He could go against Scott Storch. No, I guess not.
Oh, he getting Scott Storch out of there.
JD, I guess, but maybe man, who?
Maybe Timbaland.
Tim be good. But Tim already did Swizz. But Timbaland would have been a good one.
He did Swizz.
Him and Swizz did it twice.
Yeah. I don't think there's another mogul that kind of fits Jay's criteria outside of Puffy and Dre. To me, he's the low one on that totem pole.
I mean, he can do Birdman.
Nah, we don't want to see that.
And Birdman,
most of Birdman records are like Wayne Cash Money records. So that might look dark too.
Yeah, he has.
That might look dark too.
He has Drake. He has Nicki Minaj.
Drake, Nicki, the Hot Boys, BG finna come home. That might look dark too.
Yeah, JD.
That Cash Money catalog is a nuclear bomb.
Motherfucker, boy.
I know Puffy the only one that can get a possible Jay-Z
I feel like with the artists they have under the labels, I feel like it is probably the most balanced competition he has. He can kind of go against him on certain pieces, but that Biggie piece is gonna fuck him up. Like if you remove Biggie, it's kind of fair. It's kind of fair to remove Biggie.
Hit with Biggie not being alive.
Huh?
Well, that's New York. It's gonna hit.
Oh,
I mean, it's gonna hit.
It's not even that.
But
it's
how
Puff.
does it?
It's Puff. Puff is the best hype man ever. It's gonna be Puff dancing on stage while Biggie's playing. When More Money, More Problems come on, listen, Vic. When More Money, More Problems come on in the show. Put the show. What we doing here? What are y'all gonna do? More Money, More Problems come on. He can perform his verse and then dance with Mace on stage while the Biggie verse plays.
I don't think it's gonna be close, to be honest.
It's gonna be ugly. I'm sorry. It's just a game of spades. It's just a game of spades. It's gonna be a Boston.
It'll be dope.
It's gonna be a Boston. It's gonna be a Boston.
That would be dope. If he could squash it with Mace and bring Mace out, it's all bad. But wasn't Mace in business with JD at some point too?
Probably. He been in business with everybody.
I'm almost.
That nigga's on No Limit. He was on everything.
Yeah, because Mace. When Mace had the Harlem World Records, I want to say that was kind of through JD, but we don't want to hear the Harlem World album.
Yeah.
I think Jay-Z did Baby Steps.
Jay-Z do it. But will Jay-Z
Baby Steps?
Now, will Jay-Z show up if Mace is there?
I don't see why not. But
I
don't think Jay-Z gonna show up. Jay's somewhere building some shit to make another billion off of. And he gonna need it. He gonna need it.
Him and Beyonce bought the biggest mansion in California for $200 million.
He gonna need it. He gonna need it if homeboy in Jersey really his son. Because he gonna have to break some money. Because if that's the biggest lick.
Hey.
That's the biggest
of all time.
Homeboy. Have you seen the pictures of dude?
Yeah.
Man, now I don't quite like putting my personal business out here, but as somebody who wasn't there for one of the births of one of my kids and had to meet her when she was like 2 or 3 years old, that and had to get a DNA test. Before I got that test, I knew what time it was.
But look though, also, it's Hov, right? So if Hov does the test and finds out it's his son, that boy gets some hush money. It's gonna be hush money everywhere. He gonna hush that boy right up.
Jay-Z, Hov got it.
Take this NDA.
The thing about it, what I'm saying is because Hov got so much power that this man been trying to get a blood test for 10 years. Jay-Z found a way to block it from the legal system. No, right. I don't have. You know how much power you got to do to say, because I'm on child support 3 times. And I know how hard it is. You could not have a DNA test, and if Shorty go down there and say, this the father, until you come get a test, they're gonna take your money. So for Hov to have so much power that when they was seeking, when the mom was when the mom was still alive, and they was seeking Hov out to take a test, Hov went to the courts and blocked that shit. I mean, I don't know if he did it per se, but this is what the story says, is that allegedly Hov blocked that. And he is now going through a process with the Supreme Court where he's trying to get Hov in there to do it. Now, the Supreme Court is a big deal. Now, but I mean,
understatement.
A few Billy could, I'm pretty sure a few Billy could move a Supreme Court as well. But if the scenario, if the pieces fall in that way to where Hov would have to go up there and give them people his DNA, that looks horrible.
It do.
That looks horrible. And
it do.
With what he's worth, I mean, yeah, I'm sure he could hush money him out. But if it happened that way, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. I've never been on a level of power where I could move legal systems. Sure, he can loophole his way out some shit, but that could be a nice lick. Homie like 30.
A nice lick. That's the greatest lick ever, boy. He gonna be a immediate billionaire. He gonna get a clean Billy.
I've seen that picture, bro. Them feet, my nigga, Hov has very abstract features, man. Like his abstract features. They've been calling that man a camel for 3 decades.
For 3 decades.
Little dude got baby camel in his face. like he do, bro.
Joe Cool.
When I saw the picture, I said he definitely got some baby camel going on, bro. So I don't know per se, but I know that is the case because I've seen people take DNA tests with a kid who look like him and not be the father. So that's possible as well.
Remember back in the day when there was a rumor that Ludacris was Lionel Richie's son? That was the rumor back in. I remember it was on Source Magazine. Yeah, it was on Source Magazine. It was like a whole like. Remember on the Source, you used to have the back of the magazine, have like a little cartoon in the back.
Never knew that.
Remember the Source used to have the little cartoons in the back of the little drawings in the back of the magazine, little sketches.
You know what? I do remember that. They drew a picture. I do remember that. Yeah, okay, I get that's crazy. Like, shit, he looked more like he could be his son than Nicole Richie.
Facts. That's a super fact. Nicole Richie looks like her daddy.
Can't nobody tell me that woman black, bro. I refuse to believe. She got that whole logic. She got the logic face.
Super logic. If Nicole Richie ever said, nigga, I'm smacking shit out of Nicole Richie. Say nigga if you want to. You can get hello the fuck up out of here. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Face ass. Man.
Yeah, I don't. It's crazy, man. We living in some crazy shit right now where Jay-Z done had his 3 kids not getting, and that's what makes it. I read the story. That's what makes it look bad because today's culture isn't going to understand this story. Because from what I read on Hot 97, this ain't what I'm saying. Hot 97 said this on their website. The mother, I guess, messed with Jay-Z at like 91, some shit like that, because the dude was 30 or something like that. Mm. And at the time, she was 16 or 17, and Hov was like 23. So you know how today's culture is going to try to make that look, and I get it, but We're not gonna act like that wasn't a thing back in that era.
In 91, you was getting chased to your building, calling my crib, and I ain't even give you my number.
So it's a lot of variables to it that could be bad for the branding of Jay-Z. I understand it. So it's like, and if that's the case, you should have went and took this fucking test.
At the same time, though, niggas that had worse happen. You know what I'm saying? You see, like Magic Johnson caught AIDS out here, John. He be all right.
But Magic Johnson caught AIDS in '92 before cancel culture.
That's true. If you imagine if a celebrity of any stature, like especially an NBA star, came out and they promised they had AIDS.
Right now?
Today? Ooh. Catching AIDS in 2023 is crazy already. Being an NBA.
Motherfuckers better not. That's the problem. Everybody out here want to be freak. Like, what is this new freak culture? Like,
freaky as hell.
This I don't make. You know what, dog? This podcast is finna age us, Juice. It's finna age us. We finna show our age with this shit a lot because things are changing, dog. And
I be feeling old every day. I have an employee, right, in my job, in my working warehouse, with my pullers, and he's 19. My boy, black kid, 2 kids, right? Never heard of, recognize him, never heard the name Allen Iverson. I sat there and looked at him for like good 10 minutes and said, yo, your parents is ass. I don't know who they are, but Allen Iverson, bro, you know who Allen Iverson is? I said, no. Let's start naming random black athletes. Michael Vick. Who? I'm like, yo, you trolling me, right? You trolling.
With a guy, I think he's from the South somewhere. I think he's from Atlanta. I don't know. I've been arguing with a guy on Twitter, outsmoked Chapo, all week. He makes some dope sweatshirts too. He made a sweatshirt they got on. They put it on 85 South. It's a dope sweatshirt. But salute. I've been arguing with this guy all week about LeBron and Jordan, right? And we was talking about, it started off with us just talking about LeBron getting his new Last Dance, basically him getting filmed right now for his last documentary, whatever.
Unfortunate, because he's gonna get swept. Unfortunate.
But we talking about that, and he was talking about how LeBron's doc is gonna have more viewers than Jordan's doc, and I'm like, well, it should, because LeBron is of the tech era, all his fans still alive. You know how many Jordan fans is dead? And
I mean, the thing is, Jordan is such an anomaly, right? Like, we talk about Jay-Z, how people don't know who Jay-Z is. Michael Jordan, one, ain't been in the league in 20 plus years, still has the highest selling shoes. Like, everyone knows what a Jordan shoe is.
Niggas ain't getting killed for no LeBrons, bro.
Ain't getting killed for no LeBrons.
My kids is 15, and not once have they ever. My oldest daughter 15, my youngest, but they're going down 15, 14, 11, and 4. Ain't none of my kids ever walked in this damn house and said, "Hey, Dad, you mind getting me those LeBrons this week?" No, they ask for the jump man. They don't ask for LeBron shoes. That says,
and that's another thing. Like LeBron, like Jordan he has a logo of him. Like he has a silhouette. It's like Jordan's definitely like Jesus. Like it's crazy as it sounds. Like it's a person you can't top him. Like I be having an argument all the time because LeBron is great, but there's no way to touch Jordan.
LeBron is my number 2 after Jordan.
Exactly. But see, he's number 2 for me too. But I feel like he's number 2 in the way that, like, if you really do a list, I feel like you can't count Biggie and Pop. Like, you can't count Jordan on the list. Like, it's not even a comparison to Jordan. Like, Jordan won 6 championships in 6 attempts without having a game 7. Like, it's like,
look, wait a minute,
the man alone.
My man talking on Twitter, right? Because the more he started making arguments, all I did was ask him. He said LeBron is a better player than Jordan. I said, in what sense? And he said, you don't watch basketball? And I said, what year were you born? And the nigga was born in 96.
Oh, he ain't okay. No,
Jordan retired when you was 1.
I was born in 90. I bailed out of most Jordan talks for that reason. I remember seeing the last three-peat, but I was also 6 years old in '96. So with that, take that with a grain of salt. At the same time, like I'm not gonna get into the debate. One, people always say, "Oh, LeBron had better talent." Different league. I can't tell you what the talent. I can't tell you how it felt watching the players. Watching it now, okay, yeah, sure, but that's a retrospect. In that time, them was the best players on the earth.
And I think the league was tougher. But my point is, I told
Tougher,
him
bigger body, more physical.
I told him that though. I'm not gonna take his experience from him. You only know LeBron's era. When he was drafted, he was like 10 if you were born in 96, some shit like that. And I told him that.
And LeBron played in the era where it was more, it's not easy, but like he could take the time to focus on spending money on his body as much as he does. Jordan didn't have $1 million to spend every year on his body.
Not to mention that, because he brought up, he said, well, Jordan, this nigga, and this is how you know that this era is gonna rewrite all of history. They're gonna rewrite it. Because this nigga said to me, Jordan missed 6 consecutive, he got put out of 6 consecutive playoffs. I said from 84 to 90. When his rookie year, he missed in his rookie years from a team that never won anything when he was building a team. Those were the years he missed it. He won a championship and never lost till he retired. What are you talking? LeBron up to the playoffs 15 times.
There's definitely
10 times and only got 4 championships. What are we talking about?
Yeah, there's definitely I can shoot LeBron Bell. Like, it is impressive going to the finals 11 times. It is, but you got swept once. You got lost in 5 like 3 times. Like you won 4, and in them 4 times you won, like you know what I'm saying, it's like, come on, bro. Like the one championship LeBron gets all the praise in the world for is they won over the Warriors. That championship is the toughest championship anybody could ever play. That one right there is the one that cemented him for me. Like you beat them, you was down 3-1. They have 73 wins, most wins in NBA history, and you smoked them niggas. Did that shit. But outside of that, like Jordan was Jordan.
Left again. And I'm not mad because nobody thought the Lakers was going this far.
Yeah, facts.
I did, but I'm not mad at this. But to come this far and get Mike would never.
Yeah. And like people want to and people also got to realize like Mike played at 38. Mike still in the Wizards. Of course, it's the Wizards. He still got buckets. He had 55-point game in the Wizards. Like,
and that's what homie tried to say to me. At 38, LeBron was this. At 38, Jordan, I said, at 38, Mike was retired for 4 years and came back.
Real. On the team he was the GM of.
When he came back.
He came back to the Wizards as a business move.
But he came back to a trash team and still almost got into the playoffs twice.
And he only came back on some business shit. He came back, he was the GM, he trying to become an owner of a league. He came back, he played just to get some money.
Don't understand that. All they see is numbers.
That's all they see.
It's like that meme. I'm gonna tell my kids this is this person.
Facts.
Look, that's what's happening right now. That's why shit like us having podcasts talking about these eras, we gotta do it because if we don't, these new AI babies finna kill everything. They're finna kill history.
Everything, Joe.
Kill history. Crazy. These motherfuckers, like I said, we're on a new level of freak. They do, and this is why I said we finna show our age. Because I never thought that I would be the person that gets to a certain age and start complaining about some of the new shit. A lot of the new shit I like. But some of this shit, it's like, now come on, bro. Anybody would comment. I just saw a video of a chick, because these OnlyFans bitches is losing their mind. I just saw a chick walking through an airport, bro, with like a shawl or some shit on, with no complete pussy out in a PSA building. Like you walk into a plane to get on a flight somewhere with exposed pussy out for your OnlyFans. Like you want your OnlyFans to pop so bad that you willing to be on the sex offenders list and not be able to fly around the country no more. The OnlyFans chicks are becoming the when keeping it real goes wrong drill rappers. I'm gonna catch a Rico to get my motherfucking album pop.
They're literally the ultimate cloud chasers. The ultimate.
Yeah, but it's weird to me because that's what I'm saying. That's gonna make us sound old because the more it happens, the more it's becoming acceptable when you got people looking at us like, what's wrong with y'all old niggas? Y'all don't want to clout chase? Like, that's going to age us.
Facts.
Because I don't, bro, it's a lot of shit that I will do to be entertaining and make Bishop and Steel pop, but it's certain shit we ain't just never going to do. Integrity alone.
I can't do it. Like, especially with that whole podcast, literally podcast war shit is like it's a joke. You really hear feelings over this shit? It's jokes.
We get into this world where niggas are supposed to be so tough, it's so street, it's so gangster, and now we can't even take jokes no more.
Can't take jokes.
I thought everybody from our era, that's what walking through the hallway was, bro.
Real. The dozens.
What the fuck what are we living? And that's when I started to feel old, because maybe I am like, I guess an unpopular opinion of, yo, don't nobody else see this? Like, this the new normal, huh? We normalizing this clown shit, and we okay with it because a nigga got a bag or something or this or a big following or whatever the case. And I'm sitting around going, maybe that means I'm getting old or something. Maybe that's where the shit's changing and don't make no sense to me no more. And if that's the case, because now I can look back at my uncles and see us changing the demographic. Like, niggas was wearing, niggas was dressing like Superfly. We started wearing baggy jeans and letting our pants hang off. I do understand changing the guard of this shit, but I don't understand losing the integrity in it.
Yeah, man.
That's the part I don't understand.
It's damn cameras, bro. That's all it is. Damn cameras.
Because even I can say that we did some things to kill integrity. We gangbanged. We ain't gonna act like a lot of this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
We ain't gonna act like a lot of this shit that's happening we didn't do. But that's what it is.
We did it in more
cool shit. When you come to Josh shit, the Gilly and Joe beef, any of this shit,
the envy shit.
What they doing is how they doing it.
It's all it is, the approach.
It's the how. And it's these cameras, these same cameras that we sitting on. We can talk our shit and be entertaining, but we ain't out here doing no bozo shit for no camera. Not in no type of way. Like,
no.
Whatever I do on this fucking podcast, I'm gonna do it because I want to do it, not because it's we had a spike in numbers this week. Or this can bring people in. If you niggas don't come in from us being funny and entertaining by ourselves, then this ain't this motherfucking show for you.
And that's what I kind of about Queen Flip again. Queen Flip as like he does goofy ass like pranks and like skits, but like he stay authentic. Like being authentic is the most important part. Be you. Don't try to chase no shit and give a like and just
clout chasing, because everything about entertainment is bringing in viewership.
Yeah, bringing it right.
To do this shit,
it's a way to do it.
Compromising your integrity. That's why I fuck with Flip. Because Flip will jump through a table. But that's Queen's Flip. That's who the fuck he was doing that when nobody knew who the fuck he was.
No, he was. Just being him. Just being a wild nigga doing what he can to entertain.
Exactly. Because I'm a weirdo. I have tendency to do some weirdo shit. Yeah. And Uncle Big Ranch, I painted my nails all type of different colors because my daughters said I wouldn't do it. And I'm the type of nigga that you could tell I won't do something. I'm like Marty McFly. Did you just call me chicken? Let's go. I'm going to go. Like, I'm weird. I can do weird, wild shit. But when I do it, I'll be being authentically my motherfucking self.
That's it. Bottom line.
That's it.
That's it, man.
I guess in a nutshell, that's what this show is. Like, when people get to asking why we call it, because you know we're going to get the Juice comparisons. Like the Juice, the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Why they Bishop and Steel? Why is it? Well, they Bishop and Steel, but they ain't their names. like it's going to bring hater shit. And
always.
I don't understand the reason why we call it that, because one of them episodes when I was on Good in the Hood podcast, I said you kind of look like Steel. And I think my demeanor is explosive, like Bishop. So it's like it makes sense.
Plus you're a Park fan.
It makes sense. And I watched that movie the other night, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this shit's gonna be good."
Hell yeah! Don't kill me though. Don't kill me though, bro. Just don't kill
beyond me. You, like, because you don't look just like the dude. I think you have a lot of energy. Like,
for sure.
If you watch the movie, Raheem was cool, calm, collective.
Man, I'd rather be Steel than Sam's.
Bishop was the wild card. Steele was the cool nigga, and that's who you are with your musical takes, with everything. You the cool guy.
I mean, like, also, like, shout out to the actor. I'd much rather be Steele than be Sam. So lean on me. Sam's. Boy smoking crack. Boy. Sam's going through it. Lean on me. Sam's doing crack in the bathroom, bro. In high school. Sam's good. Bayside.
Oh, God, bro.
Classic movie, man.
That's what I'm saying. We in an era where I just saw some niggas on Instagram arguing last night about if crack and coke was the same thing. Like, why are y'all, what? It's the Twilight Zone, man. It's like the Matrix for real. I done took the pill already, or maybe I was born in the new world, not the
Matrix is definitely real.
It's a weird. We living in a simulation, bro. Because I see this shit every day, and I go on Twitter just to see what I'm gonna be like, what I'm gonna be in awe at. Because when we're in the group chat, my girl Audra always be like I don't really know it. Because I always go in the group chat and be like, yo, when did this become a thing? And they be like, oh, this been a thing. I don't know if I'm in Wayne's World to a certain degree, but I'll be oblivious to a lot of this shit until it happened. And I'll be like, people don't. I was saying this the other day, right? Because people have a tendency to call me in our friend circle. They say I'm like Maul. And I don't see it, right? Yesterday I was in the Rory and Maul and he was talking about something. And I said, okay, I see it. Because Maul has that, people can't be doing this.
He's being off.
Sometimes some people say that too. It's like, Maul, you know people do that. But when he said it, it's a day I say, you know what? That's what I be doing. Because some of this shit that become popularized,
it'd be unbelievable.
Don't be knowing that it's a fucking thing.
It's unbelievable, bro.
I don't be doing that. And I'd be like, when did I miss the memo? Like, I seen the rapper chick. I didn't even know who she was for a few weeks ago. Suki. I bet you don't know who she is.
Probably not.
But the chick always naked. And you know.
Twitter, the Chinese chick? She's like the black Chinese girl.
Chinese looking.
Yeah, it's about that.
She and I saw her do an interview where she was talking about letting dudes shit on her. And I don't know if people say things for reaction anymore or if they really doing it. But at this point, I can't be surprised if you're really doing anything. But I'm on Twitter and I'm looking through the shit to see who the chick is. And I go on her page and I'm talking about this pussy out. But I don't know. She must have been a stripper before this. I don't know because all the rappers is ex-strippers now. So I don't know. But I remember growing up on Lil' Kim. I remember. And I said, this is one of those. I'm edging myself again because I'm like, yo, I grew up in Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, fucking Heather Hunter, Roxy Reynolds, Lethal Lips. I grew up in that era. And I never thought I would see the day where I would look at some people doing shit and be like, oh, this too nasty for me.
Got a Dina Howard up out of here.
Yeah. I never thought I would see shit that make Adina or even early Nicki, like where it's like, yo, like all girls.
I remember being a kid. I think it was the MTV
performing her songs at clubs butt naked.
I remember being a kid. MTV.
When could Lil' Kim had to wear a pasty, my nigga? I love Janelle Monae and I love the titties. I'm not gonna ever protest against it. But when could you just hop on Instagram and just promote your album with the titties out? When could that be a thing?
Bro, I'm not sure if you ever look back at this, but like I remember recently, maybe like a year or so ago, I watched the Janet Jackson Super Bowl halftime again, right? I don't know what in my mind, I thought her whole titty came. She had a pasty on.
Yeah.
Like that stopped the world when that happened. Like the world stopped when that happened. And today we see more skin today, like just scrolling through Facebook and Twitter. I scroll through Twitter, I be seeing full-blown porn, bro.
To the point where
Twitter be having full-blown porn. TikTok. Yes. Motherfuckers be damn near naked on TikTok, Joe.
I'm to the point where I'm not even impressed by it anymore.
At all.
It's like, and the dog, Because I don't be wanting to come off like
I came from an era when we had to sit around and wait an hour for porn to download. So like this is crazy in my mind. Like what the fuck going on? Like these kids be having instant porn, Joe.
I'm not even like I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into some of these conversations about this type of shit when we start having real life stuff happen. But I ain't no stranger to no freak shit.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
it wasn't as public ever back. It never was as just like it's attainable.
Sexualized. Life wasn't sexualized to the point where I had to change my algorithm. I had to just unfollow a bunch of it because the girls I started following 7-8 years ago, they done
OnlyFans it up.
A new level. And my algorithm was getting to like, you know what's killing me? The new thing the girls are doing, I know you've seen it, where the chicks where they hold their arms up and do the titty bounce.
Oh yeah.
And they call it the titty twerk, bro. Like, I love titties. So at first it was cool, but now it's like this is a moment where you have when did this start happening thing. I went to the club a few weeks ago, and the chicks, this is how I know I'm getting old, bro. I'm in the corner. I'm out doing my old nigga 1-2, sitting in the back sipping my drink, talking to my guys, but I'm scanning the room, obviously. Chicks was walking up to each other, doing it to each other like it was their handshake, like titty twerk, like shit. They was walking up to each other, titty twerk, handshaking each other, and I said, "Oh, this is a real thing."
Have you been in the club when the good knees, good pussy song come on?
No, and I don't want to be.
Oh my God, they be on the floor damn near. It's crazy.
I never heard that. What's that?
You know they do the whole good knees, do the countdown on it, like they kind of like in a squat position, like 10 seconds, and be like good pussy, good knees. They be I'm like yo.
You know what's tripping me out?
They get
tripping me out. I don't know if it's a song or what it is, but I see it every time I'm on Twitter or Instagram. Why is everybody talking about their booty holes being brown?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that a song or something?
I guess so. I only hear the snippet. My pussy pink, booty hole brown. I'm like, yo, what?
I just keep thinking people say it, and I'm like, what does this mean?
This era different, bro. This era different. I'm talking about different.
What is happening?
Oh, but before we get out of here, though, must realize what today is. It's ironic. This book is right here. But you know what I'm saying? We're recording this on May 21st. You feel me? Recording on May 21st. You feel me? 21st? Today's May 21st. I'm saying happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Biggie.
Happy birthday to Biggie Smalls. I'm saying.
I know what I'm on today when I go to the club tonight.
You see Ready to Die right over Vic's shoulder. I'm saying you got Ready to Die right over Vic's shoulder.
Biggie right showed up tonight when I hit the bar.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we outside. Tonight is Biggie birthday. This is where me and you were talking, right? I'm just now starting to acknowledge the death date thing. Remember we was having that discussion?
Mm-hmm.
I was saying I don't really post them on the death date because it's almost like celebrating the tragedy, but it's a monumental day in the history whenever, like March 9th. I usually celebrate the birthday.
Right.
But lately I have been kind of acknowledging both because that's like acknowledging that they killed Martin Luther King or some stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I understand. But I always felt like we should just celebrate the birthdays more than the death day.
Absolutely. I consider this more Biggie Day. The day he dies, like you say, acknowledgement. But this is Biggie Day. Like today is Biggie. Like the March 9th, he died.
I immortalized that March 9th shit, so I get But
the greatest of all time died on March 9th.
Coming up in June 16th. And both these dudes was Geminis.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
crazy. Gemini's got some strong names. But of course, I'm Team Virgo. I'm saying shout out to my boy Kobe, shout out to Beyonce, Team Virgo.
I'm a Leo, bro. We got Barack. That's all I gotta say. Like,
Barack. Say less. They top Barack for real. No person can top Barack. Get top Barack, man.
He's still
the president, man. That's crazy.
We got the goat. We got the female goat, Whitney, too. You know, so.
See, I'm too young for Whitney. Whitney's another era I miss. See, my mom wasn't playing Whitney like that, so I miss Whitney. I never really got into Whitney for it. I know a few Whitney songs, but that's one. I think
I don't think my mom was a big Whitney person, but yeah, in '92 I'm 10 years old, so I'm getting in the car with her every day. You can't not hear Whitney.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of Anita as a kid, a bunch of Sade as a
That's
kid.
why I be shitting on a lot of R&B. I grew up on 90s R&B. These niggas can't.
Oh yeah,
I don't like
comparing that is like. But honestly, I'm only going to defend. I'm not defending nothing besides Freudian, bro. Freudian album is to me.
Yeah,
I'm saying this. When I say this, it's going to sound crazy off the strength, but I'm gonna say it. Freudian is to me the male version of Control. Like Freudian is that good to me. It's really like that.
Oh yeah,
I prefer it over like Blonde. It's better than Blonde for sure. Frank Ocean,
I
Blonde is
wasn't
better
big
than.
on Blind for real. Not big
Yeah,
on Blind.
yeah, one either. I like Channel
I think
Orange.
we got into that conversation too. I seen Joe and them had it recently about Frank Ocean's ranking because I think he get a lot of praise and shit that I get why he get it, but I think it's more for the things around him than it is
I've
music.
always said my least favorite songs on Throne are the Frank Ocean songs. So those are my two songs in Ham.
No
Made in
King,
America, No Church in the Wild.
No Church in the Wild is crazy. I can't
I
get
mean,
you
it's
that one.
I hate the hook. The hook is like, all right, man, I don't care.
It is, but you don't like Magna Carta, do you?
The out no.
Because that Ocean song, boy, that
only thing I like on Magna Carta for real is "Fuck with Me, You Know I Got It." And,
that's what me and you gonna have to put into this shit. An unpopular opinion segment because me and you both have a lot of those.
I got a bunch of those. I got so many of those shits.
You might have to start ending the show with unpopular opinion.
I'm with that.
But because Magna Carta get a real bad rap. And I love that. We talk about albums that I like. That's an album that I like that nobody else like. I listen to Magna Carta probably a couple times a year. That album to me is
Tom Ford.
Albums. Huh?
I hate Tom Ford. I hate any time Jay-Z with Timberland down there.
Crazy.
I don't like when Hov was with Timberland unless it's like Big Pimpin'. Anytime he with Timberland, I just don't like Jay-Z with Timberland for real.
I'm over Big Pimpin' after all these years.
I can't ever go with Pimpin'. I love Pimp C too much. Pimp C on that song was too hard.
I'm over the whistles. Like when I first heard it was fire.
Yeah.
So many times I hate those whistles. I hate them. I hate them motherfuckers now. Like I like when he perform it live, he'll switch the beat up and throw like I went to see him in Cleveland for 444 because he usually go from Big Pimpin' into Jigga What Jigga Who. And right when the shit's sweet, he do Pimp C's like tribute and shit. And then he go into Jigga What Jigga Who, and he does it over the Thuggish Ruggish Bone beat. That shit was crazy. That shit was
hard.
Wow. Yes. He smoked, bro. That shit sounded crazy. I might have.
I got fun. That shit on YouTube.
If I got footage of it, I might put it on my YouTube. Because I might have it in my archive.
Hell yeah.
I might have it in my archive.
But yeah, unpopular opinion definitely got to be a segment. I'm definitely down for that.
We ain't gonna try to keep it too long. I say we stay at 90. Maybe if we go a little bit over, do a little too, because we have a tendency to be long-winded. But this is, I guess you could say this is the first official episode of Bishop and Steel.
Absolutely, man. We'll get this shit cracking, man.
We'll figure out introductions and outros and all that shit as we go along. But bear with us, man. We're getting our footing back in this shit, B.
Facts, man. And I guess I'm saying I also mentioned this episode. I'm saying just we talked about unpopular opinions. I'm gonna go ahead and end it by just saying that I'm gonna give an unpopular opinion on the way out. I guess unpopular opinion on the way out. Unpopular opinion is that J. Cole, that nigga, man. That's all I'm saying. Unpopular opinion is gonna be that he's that nigga, but all my life with him and Dirk, I really ain't feeling that much.
I still heard it. I'm thinking I'll listen to it now. Then I ain't heard
one. I get you. It's not bad. It's not a bad song. You listen to it, you're gonna nod your head, but something about it is like, I'm cool. Like Cole,
I'll text you my review.
Like I'm a big Dirk and Cole fan. I'm a big fan of Dirk. Big fan of Cole. I just wanted something. I don't know. I wanted something more.
I did see, and this is what I mean, back to aging ourselves. I did see niggas on Twitter last night saying Dirk ain't street because he made this song.
Different era, bro. Different era, man. I mean, it's also the same, like, Faison Love. like, look, we come from we're in an era now where we actually get to hear Faizon Love's opinion on Jay-Z's street life. So it doesn't matter to me, bro. Like, it doesn't matter to me, bro. Like, why are we getting Faizon Love talking about Jay-Z's street life? You are a big worm, bro. You are parenthood. What do you know?
When do we
I'm saying, like, what? I can't believe the things that happen in today's culture, bro. I'll be amazed. Like, what? Faizon Love is questioning 92 bricks. Faizon Love from Parenthood?
I'm glad I'm allowed to see it, though. I'm glad I'm allowed to see it because the young niggas keep calling me old, and I used to feel a way about it, but you know what? I'm glad I'm allowed to see it because a lot of my niggas here ain't allowed to see it no more.
Faizon
Love. So long. So call me old all the fuck you want to.
But hey,
I'm alive.
Shout out to Hov for flipping his name, though. That's still hard to me that he did that. The Faizon on Love. I was like, oh shit.
That was hard.
That's still him. That's not Joe.
One more.
That's all I need. Give me like an 8-track joint. Just all I need from you. Give me a nice little Daytona.
Give me 10. Give me 10. I need 10. And I need some shit talk. We can't get mature Hov all album.
Another whole album.
Need some of that. I need some of that. We got 444 already. We need some of that big
I want one
shit,
more.
Hov.
Give me one more PSA. Give me one more of them. Give me one more you don't know. One more can I say, Hov? Give me one more.
Yeah.
What more can I say, Hov?
We need free Hov. We need what's free Hov for this album. The Hov that's on that Meek track. We need what's free Hov.
That's what I appreciate about Drake. Drake still, like, he's the only rapper for real in this era for me that gives me that braggadocious Hov, I'm saying, energy that we don't be getting that much anymore. I don't get that shit from niggas. These young dudes try to do it. Benny ain't got, but Benny, it's just a thing. It's a level to it, right? Like, Benny can do it in that braggy sense, but the kind of bragging that Hov and Drake can do is a different kind of brag. I just appreciate that Foxy shit, Joe. I appreciate it.
Everybody brag.
You know what I'm saying? You can't.
There's only that type of bragging is only reserved for a select few.
Exactly.
Puff, Jay, Drake. It's only reserved for a select. Everybody can't do that.
And Biggie birthed it all. Just so you know, Biggie birthed it all.
Birthed it.
He birthed it, man. Big Papa was like that was like the one. I mean, of course, it's Big Daddy Kane out there, smooth operator. But smooth operator.
You're being a little dismissive.
For sure. I'm talking about on that level though. Like Big Daddy Kane's, Slick Rick. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Slick Rick, give it sure. But Big Papa is like, that's like when that came.
I get what you're saying.
T-bone steak, cheese eggs, it was great. I think it's great. I miss Big. I wish I got to a Big show. I would have went crazy. That would have been, man.
Yeah, closest I got to it was Puffy and the Family. Right after he died. Because you could still feel his energy in there that night. You could still feel it.
Real quick before we got here, we got to have this real quick. But so they was on the Button podcast, they was talking about the Puff and JD thing. They was like kind of dismissive on I miss you or missing you. Missing you getting played, wouldn't it? That has to get played.
I think end of the night, but nobody wants to hear that for the competitive shit. We know that he's gonna do a Biggie tribute and he gonna give us that, but is that I guess it's a point because if you black, you ain't lost nobody in the last 20-some years since the song came out and your family didn't play that song.
You know what I'm saying?
So, it's like
we ain't playing the Sting version, we playing the Puffy version.
It's like Bone Thugs Crossroads. You're gonna hear that, but do I really want to hear it that night? No, because I feel like every time Puff does a big performance, big celebration, we get that. I could do without it, honestly.
And Bone Thugs beat 3-6. I'm for nobody tell me. Bone Thugs beat 3-6.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Yeah. I've been saying this since day one. Bro, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that for sure.
Get into that.
Yeah. But all right, man. Until next time, man. Still.
Bishop. And you can get this on Vanglorious Media.
Vanglorious Media.
I'll go Vanglorious and get the link. Find all of this. And it's going to link you to Juice's content over there with the Good in the Hood boys.
Juice in the Hood.
Podcast. Yes, sir. Honorary member of. And we'll be going to Chicago to do all it. You will get Bishop and Steels and Good in the Hoods live with us all in the same room.
Got to.
And I cannot get out of here without saluting Miss Tierra, the queen, because Without her, none of this is possible. Bishop is still good in the hood. None of it. She was the bridge for us, and I love that woman to this day. Rest in peace, Kiara.
Rest in peace forever. Blank canvas. My boy. Till next time, buddy.
Yes, sir.